Hey everybody, this is Alzorath and welcome to Diablo 2. Today, I'm showing off that I actually got the nader. Yeah, I went ahead and popped in and out of town a few times to get the helm for it. It's not that it's necessarily better than what we had. In fact, we'll probably end up switching back to the Infernal Cranium. That's one reason why I'm keeping it. But for these levels where it's not a lot of elemental damage, there is a decent amount of lightning damage here, but I feel the defense is going to help us more with what we're going to be facing. But Infernal Cranium is still a very nice one with plus 10% resist all and 20% damage taken goes to mana. So they're both pretty good helms. I'm going to be trying this one out for a while. We might even be using the ability over here, the Cloak of Shadows that is on it. But if it doesn't work out very well, I can always swap back. It really kind of depends on what you're going for. Our character's defense is fairly decent, 173. Chance a Dark One will hit us is 22, which is what was at the end of Act 1. So we'll see how the chance is out here in the Rocky Waste. Now remember, it has to pass defense and then pass block, so you can actually have pretty low chance of actually being hit, especially with Amazon, who actually has evade abilities. So let's see what the chance, 37% chance they'll hit me. Not very high, so we'll be doing pretty good against them. And I do like that we have these dung beetles here. They do provide a decent amount of experience, even though they are sort of lightning enchanted. We can do okay versus them without much trouble because, well, we have prayer and we have a lot of damage pretty much, so we don't really have to worry about taking too many shots on them. Now they won't trigger unless a certain damage threshold is reached, so you'll notice that the fire from our aura is not triggering them, whereas our attack is. It's just like on that border of that threshold, so let's go and grab some guard corpses, get some battle things going on here. A battle shrine, ready for battle. It's a combat shrine if memory serves the proper term for it, but I don't remember for certain. Let's go ahead and keep going further in this way. We need a little bit of experience for our mercenary, so he can start using that malice, so we'll actually do, you know, decent damage, because now he doesn't have a weapon at all. Could have kind of chilled back and leveled him up. Let's give him that trident. Oh, and that's a 3-socket trident as well. We could make a second one, but we're not going to do that. I think I prefer the Bardache. Even though it's got lower minimum damage, it's got much higher maximum. So we can come in those little pinch slots and get a kill for us, I guess. Let's see if we can find the way out of here, though. I'm not sure which direction it's going to be for us, so it's just kind of randomly generated, as all of the Diablo areas are. I think we want to go up, though, because this looks like it's just going to go back to the edge of town. Got a few more dung beetles down here. Boom. Come here. Come back here. Come back here. There you guys go. You guys need to die because I need your resources. Let's go up here and check. We've got a stony tomb, which is not what we want. We want to get the Horadric Cube fairly soon, so we want to be on the lookout for that. That's going to be a major thing for us. We'll grab the ring. Maybe it's going to be something good. Highly doubt it. Usually they're trashed. Let's see. In a speed run, you generally, if you're speed running this with a sorceress, you generally want faster casts. For melee characters, I'm not really sure I'd want to speedrun it with a melee character. It's just not that efficient, but you could go with some attack rating, possibly attack speed. Attack speed's not going to be on a ring, mind you, but yeah. See what you got here. That's going to be a dead end down there. I'm good at finding these dead ends. I need to actually find the path one of these days. That was a trap. Oh, it was a ghostly flying scimitar. I don't think I got to show that off in the first one. Flying scimitar is a trap in Act 2 that causes a little floating sword to come after you. They're not exceptionally powerful, but they can't be life leeched, and they can get a little bit annoying to kill if you're not really prepared to deal with them. In normal difficulty, you're usually prepared to deal with them. You guys are just going to slowly die to this, aren't you? Yeah, I could just stand here and they're not going to actually trigger. He is, however, going to keep stabbing them, which will trigger them. Unfortunately, we don't have any life leech, so. One nice thing about this run, by the way, that I'm kind of looking forward to, is Macket Lair is not going to be a complete and utter nightmare. So I do appreciate the fact that having a melee character makes that area a lot easier. It's going to be terrible for the Necromancer, and it's going to be terrible for the Assassin, but Paladins, Barbarians, to an extent, most druids are not going to have a huge issue there, which makes it really kind of nice. Stone Skin is not going to save you from me, for most of my damage is fire. It's one reason why Vengeance isn't really high on my priority list, the skill Vengeance, because it changes your attack damage into elemental damage, but most of our attack damage is already elemental damage, so it doesn't really make much of a change. Holy Shock is a strategy that was getting popularity back whenever I quit last time, which was back in 1. I did play a little bit in 1.13, but that was ages ago. I think it was 1.11 that I actually did a lot of odd builds, and that was one of them that was gaining popularity. Not because of me, because I was out of the Diablo 2 scene by that time. I think the last big build I actually contributed any kind of popularity to was the Diablo 2's the Druid that was extra fast attacked. I think it was, I forget how many attacks per second. It was Hunger Druid, the bear version. I forget if they found a faster one or not, but that was pretty much one of the fastest. There's Halls of the Dead. That's kind of what we want to go for, I think. Yeah, Halls of the Dead for that. We do want to find the waypoint up here first, though. So let's go ahead and drop a town portal there first. And zoop. Get off of me. We don't need your kind here. Whipping me in the face. I don't care that you whip your tails back and forth. What's that Crystal Sword stats? Is it a 2-socket? It's a 2-socket. That might be something we'd want to make into another steel. A steel crystal sword. That does not seem oxymoronic at all. Of course, the big disadvantage of crystal swords, if I remember correctly, their durability is shit. Yeah, it is. It's absolute pants. So, that's something we need to be aware of whenever we're creating these weapons, because we are going to be using our weapon a lot still into the later parts of the game. It's one of those things that it should be fairly obvious. We are not exactly lacking in needing to repair frequently. Where is that waypoint? Good lord. Probably down on the bottom. Turn around and throw a potion at me. We'll identify it. +1 max damage. We'll use it until we sell it. Why are we having so much trouble hitting? We have a 95% chance to hit. So it should be hitting. There you go. Just die. Good job. Now you notice I'm not going to every corner. That's because I'm not really interested in killing everything, and I'm not really interested in tracking everything down. It just doesn't really have a point, because we are going to be killing a lot of guys on accident as well. That's one interesting thing to note. With our aura damage, we actually will end up killing things on accident, probably like off screen or on the edge of screen, because you can see our aura reaches near the edge of the screen. There's a falchion, or falcon, depending on how you pronounce it. I think it's falchion. Most of the weapons in Diablo, by the way, are actually based on some level of reality, which is another interesting thing to realize. A lot of these weapons have existed in real life. Some of the names haven't, but they are all based on designs like that. Let's go ahead and grab that. Go ahead and beat the tar out of these guys. Boom, boom. Good job. Very good job. We need your waypoints. We don't care about your experience. You're going to die on us anyway if you keep following us. Yeah, I think if I miss the first one, it doesn't recalculate my hit. I think that might be the issue there, but I'm not positive. Come around here. I don't feel like waiting for you guys to die. There you go. Good job, sirs. And actually, those are madams, but they're cats with boobs. I assume they're madams, unless male cats have boobs. Rare double axe. We'll check it. Not likely to be very good, but they are still going to die. There you go. Ooh, rare ring. We are rolling in the rings this time, which is something that I actually appreciate. Ooh, that's good. That's very good. Lightning resist plus 14%. Very, very good. I'll check those later. There's our waypoint. We can go back to town. And we can go down looking for the Halls of the Dead waypoint and hopefully the cube this episode. I think I might stretch it to get the cube even if we don't. Let's see. This is going to be tier L. We need another L for that. So we'll keep it for now. I don't think this axe is going to do us any good. Got an axe to grind. Yeah, those aren't going to do us much good. The rare one is just so much better because we have the replenished life on it and the lightning resist and the extra mana and the extra damage. Just so much better. This is a tough decision. This would be an 818, which is a lot more damage than the steel mace. So I think I am going to keep it. And I might go try and farm an L out later because we don't have another L to use in it. But it'll pop up relatively quick. That's like the easiest rune to find. It's the most common one in the freaking game. Of course, I say that, and I may spend like an hour and a half trying to find it. Let's go ahead and we will ditch the cold resist grand charm just to clear up some room here. And we will drink those because we don't even care about selling them. Yeah, they're 15 gold. Yeah, not worth it. There you go. Now we actually have room in our inventory. There you go. How are you doing on levels over there? I need to get this on you so I can have that inventory space back. You're at 13. That is a level 15 requirement, so it's going to be a little while. Oh. And I derped. I forgot that I had the town portal chilling over there. In we go. Down to the dry hills. Into the halls of the dead. Now, this is part where you are glad that you're not relying on life drain to get your life back, because almost nothing down here will give you life back. It's a very difficult place for people who do rely on life drain. Like the Hunger Druid would have a hard time down here in higher difficulties. Actually, that was a major fallback. I mean, a major drawback of that particular build. You guys don't need to be throwing that from so far away. Come up close. Be my friend. Let me kill you. There you go. And this is where we're going to find the waypoint. Probably, let's go left to right. Just go through the cycle. This is going to actually juncture into another room. There's certain rooms will always have a certain number of doors or a certain number of paths off of them and stuff like that. And you can usually predict where you're going to be going next based on what you see in the room just through the door. Okay, you guys are... There's a lot of you around, and I need to get rid of the respawners. There you guys go. There is a multi-shot guy over there, it looks like. Either that or I'm just getting unlucky with them converging shots on me. Oh, I was just getting unlucky. Okay. You guys can die. There's another one. Die. Oh, we got a gnarled staff, which sells for a decent amount of money. We are going to level up, which is going to be... Let's go Vitality and another point into Holy Fire. Just might as well go full bore burn a nation. Full bore burn a nation. That is what I go for. That is the down to level 3. You know what? I'm going to get the waypoint off screen. We'll just do a safety portal here. Let's go in here first. Oh, wow. We are hitting all kinds of stuff with that. Taking out the sarcophagus because we don't need more things spawning in here. And our fire should do a lot of work for us in this kind of situation. Health Shrine is not really necessary yet. Just keep moving out. A lot of the abilities of the Paladin, like, for some reason I haven't really mentioned it very much, but a lot of the abilities of the Paladin, the auras and stuff like that, cross-pollinate each other. If I remember correctly, if we go into the defensive auras, this actually gets a bonus from prayer and stuff like that. If I remember correctly, they actually have the healing effect, but I'm not positive on that because I haven't used it in so long. It wasn't really an effective strategy back then, so I didn't really use it very much either, unless you were going to be one of those characters that just kind of chilled in cow levels and then reset your skills later on, which is not uncommon. It wasn't a terribly uncommon thing back then for people to do, kind of, not necessarily scumming, but going around and being just the support character in cow runs so they could get more levels and they could reset their stats to do whatever they wanted with them later, which was usually either a magic find or PvP. Let's face it, that's pretty much what anybody levels for in games like this. They want to either fight other players or they want to find the best stuff. This is a gathering game, so you're always on the search for more pants. And that was not a terrible fight at all. Those fights, it's been a long time since I've had a problem with any of these like basic boss fights that are like predictable. You do not need Mana Steel, but this probably does more damage, quite a bit more damage actually. So, on the ground with the spear. And we'll get the chest, the project cube, and we can start converting stuff. I will do that off screen, just like I'm probably going to find the... Well, actually, we have a few more minutes. I can drudge you guys around here while we find the waypoint. I don't think we're going to go after the other parts of the staff today. It's just not really feasible. I think we'll be able to get both of them next time, though, unless I get really bad generation of the maps. So let's find that waypoint, and we'll use it to come back to town and sell our junk and combine our junk. And if I can find a 4-socket scepter in that time, that would be even better, because that would give me a holy shock boost later on. So, which is what I'm ultimately going for. I'm ultimately going for holy shock. Roger Cube, you found it. Yeah, I found it. Okay, kill you guys. Superior chainmail, not really interested. Where is our waypoint? My friends. Oh, we can't even run that far. There's a trap back there as well, if you guys... I don't think I've explained how traps work in this game. They're not hard to avoid, and you only really run across them in very limited areas, which is really strange. You find them in Act 2 and Act 3, mainly. You tend not to find too many of them later on. And there is our waypoint. Into town we go. But I'm going to go ahead and call that an episode. It's going to be a little bit shorter than usual. I'll repair some of my stuff up, and we've got all of the stuff that we absolutely need. But yeah, keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath, and I will see you guys next time on Diablo 2, where we will hopefully be getting the rest of the staff and proceeding down towards the Arcane Sanctuary. I don't think we're going to get there quite yet, but it will be within the next couple episodes. We'll be finishing up Act 2, and it's very true that Act 2 and Act 1 are two of the longest ones in terms of getting through this game. If you're going to speedrun it, it's actually going to be the majority of your run is going to be in these two. Probably an hour out of the hour and 40 some odd minutes that you should usually take on a run. But yeah, like I said, keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath. Goodbye.